Greetings, Leo, and welcome to your weekly reading for May 8th to May 14th, 2017. Before I begin, I would like to first welcome my new subscribers to my page and the ones who have been returning. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the continuous support. The deck that I am using is called, these are Maya cards. All right, they're similar to playing cards, but these are actually one of the first decks that I first started reading tarot with. Okay, all right, so let's see what we got going on here, Leo. So, as I was shuffling the cards, I was getting that someone is not wanting to let go. It could be you having to have to let go of a person. For your starting energy, though, you have the Page of Swords. This could be a younger air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It could be you having to let go of this person, or you're helping this person let go of someone else or something else. Okay, so if you're moving in together, making a big move together with this person, it's like you both are saying goodbye to a job, a co-worker, an environment that you invested a lot of energy into. Okay, if not that, yeah, it does feel like a person that you're trying to let go of right now. Okay, this could even be you starting up new ideas, new business prospects. Okay, but I feel like it's in a new environment. I feel like it's in a new place. But there's some kind of hesitation in terms of how this is going to turn out for you. I feel like you're worrying a lot about that. You're worried as to like, okay, are people going to be mad at me? But don't really worry about what people think. You have to do what's best for you. Basically, I do feel like you are going to go through a time period where you're going to have some kind of remorse in terms of missing the people or missing the old job or environment that you've worked so hard, you worked so long in. But when it's time for you to go, it's time to go. It's time for a change. All right, you know when it's time for a change. You know when destiny hits, it's time to go. In that case, all right. What you have in terms of what is to be waited on, you have the Four of Clubs that represents stability. Okay, more so harmony at home. You could feel very harmonious with an air sign individual right now. You could be marrying them. You could be tying the knot with them. Is what it feels like. It can even be like someone is even finishing writing their vows for someone. So someone is planning a wedding here. Someone is getting married very heavily is what it feels like. But you're worried about what other people are going to think. Why worry? Okay, but I feel like you do have, be careful of jealousy. You do have both of you, if I'm going to talk about you and your partner, have people from the past. These could be past lovers, people who are trying to come back into your environment, is what it seems like. And for some reason, I feel like that's what's worrying you a lot. It's almost like, are you sure you want to do this because of so and so is going to be like scowling at you? It's all about how much you really care, how other people care about what you're doing, is what it seems like to me. Okay, whether that be starting a new business elsewhere, in a different state, in a different country. This could even be you moving somewhere totally different from where you're usually used to being. Okay, but I feel like that's what you're waiting on. And you're waiting on it after you let the tide blow through for a second. All right. In your present, you have the King of Swords. So I very heavily feel like you could be dealing with an air sign child, or you're dealing with an air sign older person here. This person is definitely older than you. And it's like, they're leaving. You're either leaving, like I said, you're either leaving with them, or they're leaving you, you leaving them. There's something there in terms of moving on, moving into a new environment here with this person. If it's, I don't feel like you're separating from this person. I feel like more so you're moving away with them, or they're coming towards you in some way. They could be proposing, they could be offering you stability. Okay, but there is some kind of block with this person, though. I do feel like they have some things that they need to drop and let go of before they can move into something good with you mentally. Okay, because this is the swords represent your mental mind. Okay, is what it seems like. So just be very careful. I'm not saying walk around this person with eggshells like you're on eggshells, but just be very careful because they are still healing from their past. So just make sure that you take your time in terms of how you approach them, what you say to them. You don't know if you're gonna rub them the wrong way. So they're a very sensitive person. Okay, they could even have water in their chart. They're very, very sensitive, is what it seems like. They may even be crying a little bit. There's some kind of sadness with this person here. They're grieving, so they need you by them. They need you by their side to help you to help them grieve, to help them heal. Okay, what you have going on in your instincts, you have the Eight of Cups. Okay, you do have a situation that's making you a bit uncomfortable. It could be this grieving person. Okay, that's what's making you a little bit unsettling. It's making you worry about them. You're worried about their well-being. You're worried about their mental health, etc. Could even be your father that feels this way. If it is a father, this person is dealing with like dementia. They're dealing with some kind of Alzheimer's. There's something going on there, and that's what's causing some kind of sadness or grief. You could even be remembering a fatherly figure having had to deal with paranoia, psychosis, or having to deal with some kind of mental disability that's happening here for some reason. Okay, but it seems like you're trying to communicate. If that is the case, you're communicating with doctors and nurses as to what can you do for this person. If it's not literally them feeling sad about leaving a job, there is another situation where someone is dealing with family issue in terms of a family health crisis. All right, whereas you don't know what to do with somebody's health. Someone could be losing their memory. Okay, it could be a fatherly figure. I feel like it's a grandpa. Someone's got a grandpa that has like they have Alzheimer's or dementia or something is their amnesia, and it's like you're worried, it's making you sad. You don't know what to do about this person, and it's like you don't it's like you're almost like you feel like there's some energy here of giving up. You don't know what to do as to get this person back the way they used to be. All right, if it is a younger person, it seems like they're so heavily in grief and sadness that it seems like it's starting to age them. It's starting to make them they look tired. All right, they look sad, they look tired all the time. Also, with your eight of cups, you could be dealing with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person. I feel like they tried to communicate something with you. So it could be about a father. It could be about a younger person. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be an air sign person. It could just be someone that's younger in the family. You're communicating something with them. They're communicating something with you. And it's making you feel that way. You feel like whatever it is that they told you in terms of communication, it aged you 10 years or 20 years faster. It was that much of a heavy situation. Okay, it doesn't have to be bad, but I feel like if I'm going to say aging, I do feel like maybe there's something that you're very heavily learning from. This could even be on a deep spiritual level is what it feels like to me. Okay, this feels like you trying to possibly tell someone to not use drugs. All right, to not smoke weed, to not do something that's going to cause cancer. Well, anything can cause cancer, but it could be like you're trying to school someone on being very careful in terms of what they put into their body, making sure that it doesn't cause them some kind of ailment or some kind of issue in the future. Okay? Your accomplishment, you have the Three of Pentacles. You're working very hard here. You're working at the craft and skill that you have. I feel like you also are sharing these energies with other people. I feel like you're teaching them. Okay, it feels like you're teaching people who you feel they need more experience in the kind of work that they do. That's why you feel like they're not ready to jump into the kind of position that you have. You feel like they need more time. So if you are like in a position where you're the supervisor or you're like the head of a company, you know that someone needs more skill. Someone needs to go back to school. Someone needs to do extra work in order to get to the spot they need to get to, basically. All right, so you could be definitely schooling someone. This could be you finding out that someone dropped out of school, or you dropped out of school, and that's why you're like coming back here and like, okay, you're going to your dad and saying, okay, I dropped out, I can't be here anymore, it's just not working out for me, I need to take a break from school for a second, is what it feels like. But for some reason I feel like there is a need to work. You wanted to work, you wanted to do your film, you wanted to do whatever it is that you wanted in terms of the craft, building your craft, but you couldn't balance school at the same time. So I feel like you are you have been considering taking leave from school because of that. All right, or because of a father. Maybe your father is moving away and maybe you just want to possibly help him out in some way. Maybe he wants you to pay rent in his place. Okay, is what it seems like to me. Your spiritual self, you have the Five of Pentacles here. So it seems like your spiritual self, you feel spiritually drained. You feel like dragged down a little bit. And it could have to do with a father. And it could even be like a younger person here as well. It could even be a child. Okay? Where I feel like if you are dealing with a child or a younger person, or you are that younger person that is dealing with financial detriment right now. All right, it doesn't only have, this card doesn't only represent financial detriment, it also represents, to me, could even be like spiritual detriment, where I feel like you're closing yourself off in terms of learning new things on a spiritual level. For some of you, not all of you, I feel like it's more so out of fear than anything. Fear of the unknown, fear of what lies ahead for you. Okay, and it's almost like that's what's making you feel a little bit uncomfortable, like with the Eight of Cups here. So it's like you're fearful as to what spiritual, like, and when you hit your spiritual awakening, or when you hit that point of destiny, what you don't know what to experience, you don't know what to expect, what is going to happen, how your body, mind, and soul is going to feel then. Your mentality has the Knight of Pentacles here. So you got somebody coming in, or this could even be you picturing yourself coming in with money, coming in very quickly. This could be a lawsuit. This could be, I feel like there was a lawsuit here. This could even be like a medical lawsuit. Could have to do with a father here. And it seems like to me that the lawsuit is what someone could have sued, all right, for a medical malpractice here. And that's what's going on in terms of like money coming into your family now, is what it seems like to me, based on a medical malpractice. If not that, you do have new financial prospects coming in for you fairly quickly, okay? Or you're offering this to someone else. It could be like a earth sign individual, where you're offering them a job, you're offering them stability, some kind of job. You could be giving them your job because you're moving away, is what it seems like to me too. All right, what's changing for you at the Seven of Cups? So the Seven of Cups to me is more like wishful thinking, wishing upon a star, more so like daydreaming a little bit. Maybe you feel like there's some kind of lackadaisical energies going on here. So it seems like to me like you are in a wishful state. You are daydreaming a lot about what you could have. I feel like this even feels like to me what you could have had. So this is like reminiscing about a person that maybe you feel like if the timing was different, you could have been with someone, or the timing, you could have been in a relationship with someone who you feel like you wanted to save them, or you wanted to keep them around in some way, but you couldn't. But I feel like you feel like if you met them earlier on in time, you could have been with this person. Is what if you could have married them, if things were a little bit different. If your money or their money was a little bit different, they could have moved in with you however you see fit. Okay? But it feels like you're coming out of this, and it's almost like it was supposed to happen. So it seems like whether it's you offering stability to someone and all of a sudden they can't do it anymore. Boom, they got offered something else, or they moved away, or something happened here where it's like, where did I go wrong? What did I do? Like, what did I do wrong with the timing is what that feels like to me too. So there's some kind of regret associated with this card, but it seems like that's something that you'll come out of though. In your resolution, however, you had a Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, so you did come out of it. It took you possibly like a 2 weeks, because you got us 2 sevens here. 14 days, or just up until the 14th is when you're really, coming into your right mind and really realizing things and seeing things for what they truly are. But you are collecting some cash. It does feel like you do have some checks coming in here. Your partner has some checks coming in as well. Or you're able to stabilize or able to get your family together based on some money coming in here for you. All right. If not that, I do feel like someone is deciding to take leave from work here, possibly to do some traveling. Like I said, you are traveling here, but you had to like leave a job for a second, like you just upped and left the job to possibly help someone else out or to just take a break from life in total. In the future, however, you have the Nine of Swords. All right, so you're like stuck in your mind. It's what it seems like, but you're not going to be stuck in it for too much longer because you do have someone around you that can get you out of that feeling. It seems like to me, it feels like depression. It could be financial depression coming from your partner, or just depression in total coming towards you, or that you're dealing with here in terms of it could be you getting a business off the ground. Like I said, there was some kind of sadness associated with your present position. So it does seem to me as though you are healing from something. It could have been a loss. It could have been a loss of money. It could have been a loss of a job, a relationship that you've tried very, very hard to keep in your heart and keep in your life. Okay, but it's like you do have some healing to do. I feel like there's some 9 years or 9 months, or someone is baby is due in 9 months here. All right, or they're close to giving birth. All right, so this is somebody that's pregnant. They haven't realized that they've been pregnant, and now they're due. They're going to be due possibly like in August, August 5th here. All right, for someone's due date, and for some reason the due date of the child is making you feel worried for whatever reason. And it's like if this is a baby that is coming into your family that you are giving birth to, or someone else is causing some kind of postpartum, and that's why you have the Nine of Swords here. All right, interesting. All right, then, Leo, that concludes your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. Most importantly, I hope that it was insightful for you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please email me. Also, if you like a private email, please hit me up. Facebook, instant messages, email, however you is more convenient for you. Note that these energies are always up to change. I do readings for fun, or I do readings for people who just want further insight for whatever reason. It's just whatever you want to do is fine with me. All right, so that's what I got for you. Have a great week and be blessed and take care. Be well. Bye.